ASU calls for immediate suspension of a 2-week warning strike. It commenced on October 13th. National Assembly commended for review of Electoral Act 2022. FRSC confirms death of 35 people in Bida Labai tanker explosion. Hello and welcome to the news desk at 6 on NTA News 24, live from Abuja. I am Bukaria Clinton. The Academic Staff Union of Universities, ASU, has announced suspension of a 2-week warning strike declared on 13th October 2025. Addressing the media, ASU President Chris Piwuna said the decision followed the swift intervention by chairmen of Senate committees on tertiary education and TED Fund, Labour, and Deputy Senate President Bedrawu Jibrin. Piwuna said NEC of the union resolved to suspend the strike to reciprocate the support of Nigerians. However, a 1-month window is given to government to conclude the ongoing renegotiation of the 2009 federal government ASU outstanding issues.
While noting that a lot more work is still required, NEC came to the conclusion that the objective of the warning strike had been partly achieved. NEC hopes that the government will take advantage of this opportunity to seamlessly resolve all the issues in order to guarantee industrial harmony and ensure stability of our academic calendar. Should government fail to resolve the issues within the 1-month window, ASU reserves the right to resume the strike without further notice at all.
The union appeals to patriotic Nigerians and key players in education to prevail on government to speedily conclude the renegotiation of the 2009 agreement and other outstanding issues. The ongoing amendment to the Electoral Act is fundamental to restoring public trust, reduce post-election disputes, and empowerment of the election umpire to function without interference. The Electoral Act Amendment Bill 2022 today scales second reading at the Senate as legislators across party divides express support to deployment of technology, setting clearer and stricter operational guidelines for political parties, and imposing tougher penalties for election offences. The Senate is of the opinion that all elections must reflect the will of the people.
It comes to electoral matters because it is assumed that whatever INEC does is perfect. So this time around, the INEC must be held responsible because they are the ones that have the electoral materials and they are the ones that are in charge of logistics and all. So we must give them some responsibilities in court to prove that yes, indeed, their actions were legal and their actions were in tandem with the will of the people.
President Tinubu has in the meantime transmitted to the Senate lists of appointees for confirmation, among them a ministerial nominee, Dr. Bernard Mohammed. In keeping Nigeria's democracy alive and looking ahead of ongoing reforms in electoral processes, the National Assembly is being commended for its efforts in the ongoing review of the Electoral Act 2022. This was at the colloquium on 10 years of leadership of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu as chairman of INEC. Timothy Yusuf tells us more.
With the team strengthening Nigeria's democracy, reflections on a decade of INEC leadership, organizer of this colloquium, the Center for Transparency Advocacy, believes that it is to reflect on a defining era in Nigeria's democratic journey, the 10 years of leadership of Professor Mahmoud Yakubu as chairman of INEC. Not merely to celebrate tenure, but to reflect, review, and recommend, to identify what has worked, where challenges remain, and how to collectively strengthen the electoral process going forward.
He democratized information through consultation with stakeholders and strengthened the Commission's internal systems. Importantly, he opened INEC doors to wider civil society, media, and other groups.
Panelists advocated for prompt conclusion of the ongoing efforts to amending the 2022 Electoral Act and the Constitution, believing that early assent will give INEC the opportunity to plan adequately, incorporate new provisions, and test innovations well ahead of the next general election.
Under Professor Mahmoud, political parties were made to own the system of uploading their candidates using technology under the supervision of INEC. Political parties were made to own the system of uploading their own party agents who will observe elections.
As we celebrate his legacy, we also affirm the principle he has championed throughout his career, that elections are not events, but processes, not performances of power, but instruments of accountability.
The new commission, the one that is on ground now, must learn from the weakness of the Mahmoud era.
Acknowledging leadership and achievements under Professor Yakubu's leadership, speakers cutting across all election stakeholders maintained that INEC has recorded remarkable gains, from the deployment of technology through BVAS and IREV to improved logistics planning and stakeholder engagement. Timothy Yusuf, NTA News.
The Federal Road Safety Corps has confirmed the deaths of 35 people in the inferno that occurred along the Bida-Lapai route after Badegi on Tuesday evening. Corps Marshal of the Federal Road Safety Corps, Shehu Mohammed, described the incident as a needless national tragedy born out of ignorance, greed, and disregard for safety warnings. He again stresses that Nigerians should put safety above all else in such incidents, as it is always inevitable that such tragedies will occur when people risk their lives for a few liters of free petrol. Meanwhile, the Federal Road Safety Corps, Kogi State Command, has flagged off the 2025 Ember Months campaign in Lokoja with a road show around major streets in the metropolis, sensitizing motorists and the general public to be safety conscious ahead of the festive period. The Ember Months campaign is on the theme, Take Responsibility for Your Safety, Stop Distracted Driving. Solomon Adedehi reports.
Kogi, being a transit state connecting other states of the Federation, including the FCT, is a melting pot for vehicles and travelers from the north and southern parts of the country. As the festive period approaches, ensuring free flow of traffic and reducing road crashes on the highways become expedient. It is in this light that the Federal Road Safety Corps, Kogi State Command, in line with the directive of the Corps Marshal, embarks on a road show to sensitize the public and road traffic managers on safe motoring before, during, and after the festivities.
This year, let it be crash-free. Let everywhere be peaceful, and everybody to take responsibility of their safety.
We really give them the exact awareness they get. I believe road crashes will reduce at the minimum rate.
A motorcade from Ganaja Junction with a brief stopover at Aingba Motor Park, passing through major streets in the city center and finally terminating at Paparanga Square. Road safety officials emphasize the importance of obeying traffic rules and regulations to guarantee free flow of traffic and reduce carnages on highways.
If driver they drive dangerously inside the motor, you know toll. Now you are your own no. If driver branch for one particular place where they take paraga for there, where you know toll, you are your own.
Motorists and other road users are expected to be responsible to safeguard lives, knowing that it is while alive that they celebrate. In Lokoja, Solomon Ayedehi, NTA News.
The Northern Senators Forum extends condolences to the government and people of Niger State over the tragic tanker explosion that occurred in Kacha local government area, claiming the lives of about 35 persons. In a statement, Chairman of the Forum, Senator Abdulaziz Yaradua, expressed sadness and prayed for the repose of the departed souls, describing the tragic incident as a reminder to prioritize road safety and enforcement of safety protocols, particularly with regards to the transportation of hazardous materials. The Forum asked the Federal Road Safety Corps to intensify efforts in ensuring that tankers and other vehicles are roadworthy and comply with safety standards. Federal Road Safety Corps is warning Nigerians, especially motorists and commuters, against distracted driving and the dangerous practice of scooping fuel from fallen tankers, identified as contributing to road traffic crashes in the country. Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed handed this warning at an Ember Mound sensitization campaign in Abuja. Oyeyemi Ajayi has details.
Activities of the Federal Road Safety Corps is on top gear, especially its campaign activities, warning motorists against road traffic offences. This time around, stand against distractive driving becomes the major concern, as the Corps Marshal Shehu Mohammed, represented by the Corps Public Education Officer Segun Ogungbemide, took the campaigns to Jabi, Zuba and Gwaripa parks, asking commercial bus drivers and tricycle riders to act right.
If your driver is making call while driving, that's distracted driving. Please advise him. If your driver is drinking or eating while driving, please tell him it's distracted driving. And if your driver is even making overtaking at a wrong place, it's distraction, because definitely it would derail. And these are the things that lead to road traffic crashes. And it's not just about internal distraction. We have external distractions. And that's why we are telling drivers to adopt defensive driving.
Top among its major areas of concern is cautioning Nigerians to desist from engaging in the acts of fuel siphoning and scooping, noting the dangers inherent is more than the gains. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
The House of Representatives has expressed concern over the alleged use of harmful chemicals as preservatives for frozen foods and other edible commodities in Nigeria. Adopting a motion by Representative Chike Ukafo, the House describes the trend as a major threat to public health and the well-being of millions of Nigerians. The House Committees on Nutrition and Food, Security, NAFDAC, Healthcare Services, as well as safety standards and regulations, we are given a 4-week deadline to investigate the public health concern and make recommendations.
Aware of recent reports and allegations on the use of dangerous chemicals such as formalin, sniper, kerosene, and other harmful preservatives in frozen foods and other consumable items. Worried that these chemicals are often used to extend the shelf life of food products, which can be harmful for consumption, cancerous, and damage organs. NAFDAC, the Standard Organization of Nigeria (SON), and the Federal Competition and Consumer Protection Commission, saddled with the responsibility of ensuring food safety, have been alleged to exhibit complicity and negligence.
Meanwhile, lawmakers expressed grief over the recent tanker explosion in Esa village in Niger State, which claimed many lives and left others injured, while calling for rehabilitation of the Bida-Diko Expressway to forestall road accidents.
Immediately mobilize resources and contractors to commence full rehabilitation, expansion and completion of the Bida-Agay-Lapay-Lambatediko Road, especially the sections between Bida and Agay. Mandate the Federal Road Safety Corps and relevant agencies to intensify enforcement of safety standards for tanker and heavy-duty operations, ensuring compliance with roadworthiness, loading procedures, and emergency response protocols.
This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News24. More reports when we return.
And the National Productivity Order of Merit Award goes to... The only tomato paste manufacturer to win the National Productivity Order of Merit Award by the Federal Government of Nigeria, endorsed by the Association of Private Medical Practitioners of Nigeria. This is an evidence of 100% natural goodness. Eat healthy to live longer. Buy now and enjoy up to 20% discount.
Feel the power of precision, engineered to perfection. Every component is crafted with care, and each design is meticulously tested. From concept to creation, our engineers push the boundaries of technology, seamlessly blending performance and sustainability with a deep commitment to African ingenuity. Introducing the CNG Boss, a remarkable achievement in engineering, designed to operate on compressed natural gas, a cleaner and more sustainable fuel alternative. At Innocent Vehicles, we proudly lead the way in creating greener mobility across Africa. And it doesn't stop there. From SUVs to sedans, spacious buses to electric cars, Innocent offers a wide range of models designed to meet every need. Innocent Vehicle, the pride of African Road.
Glad to have you back. The Kogi State government, through the Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment, is intensifying efforts at helping young girls in the state to achieve their educational dreams. As part of this initiative, the state government has commenced the distribution of conditional cash transfer ATM cards to beneficiaries in the 3 senatorial districts in Kogi. Jonathan Omajali reports that the initiative is aimed at reducing financial burden and encourage adolescent girls to acquire education.
Are you happy? Yes, sir. If you are happy, say hi.
Hi. A wave of excitement is sweeping through schools across Kogi State. For many young girls, financial challenges will no longer be a barrier to their dream of quality education. This renewed hope is driven by the Kogi State Adolescent Girls Initiative for Learning and Empowerment Project, AGILE. Through its conditional cash transfer program and the ongoing distribution of ATM cards, the project is lifting a major burden off parents and students, ensuring that finances no longer stand between girls and their education.
We are happy because of this Agile program that they brought to us. It made our children to be eager to come to school.
I'm happy for the things that the government are doing for us. They help us so that we'll continue our education.
The project coordinator of the Kogi State Agile, Ahmed Tijani, expressed satisfaction with the smooth, transparent and impactful distribution of conditional cash transfer ATM cards to beneficiaries across Kogi State.
During the flag off, we made it abundantly clear. The governor emphasized it, that this money cannot be spent for any other thing other than to make the adolescent child a bit more comfortable, in school. And and I'm happy. That is what I have done my back-end check, and I can tell you without missing words that the parents are not deviating.
The program is across the 21 AGA in Kogi State, and which we have covered up to 8 local governments. Today we'll make it 9 local governments.
The CCT component remains a pillar of Agile's mission, promoting girl child empowerment through education, financial inclusion and social support, and ensuring that no girl in Kogi State is left behind in the pursuit of learning, dignity and self-reliance. Jonathan Omajali, NTA News.
Trade expos are no longer just showgrounds. They are platforms where ideas meet capital and opportunities meet ambition. In Abuja, the 2025 Business and Investment Expo is unlocking the city's investment potential and positioning the FCT as a key hub for commerce and technology in West Africa. Alika Okpanachi Arua reports.
At the heart of Nigeria's emerging economy, trade expos are driving transformation, forging partnerships, unlocking new investments, and powering innovation across sectors. The 2025 Abuja Business and Investment Expo stands out as a bold statement of intent, a commitment to growth, sustainability, and a smarter technology-driven future. From real estate and tourism to agri-businesses, renewable energy, ICT, and smart infrastructure, the expo showcased a wide range of sectors ripe for both local and foreign investments.
I commend the Abuja Investment Company Limited for organizing this summit, providing the platform for fostering strategic partnership that will contribute to the economic advancement of the Federal Capital Territory. This expo aligns perfectly with the vision of advancing an economy built on innovation, productivity, and enterprise.
Bringing the public and private sectors together in one room is very important, and that is how real sustainable change begins.
For entrepreneurs, it is more than visibility. It is a launchpad for networking, pitching to investors, and scaling innovative ideas to the global markets.
The inaugural edition of this
happened sometime last year in 2024, and now we're building on that. So it's like upscaling.
The creatives are waiting, and tourism is also waiting. I'm also waiting for my own investment opportunity.
Exhibitors and investors from Africa, Europe, and Asia displayed cutting-edge products and sustainable solutions, all aimed at expanding the frontiers of Nigeria's investment space. In Abuja, Alika Okpanachi, Arua, NTA News.
Minister of State for Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu, has called on South African authorities to ensure a full investigation into the killings of some Nigerian nationals in South Africa. This was when the minister and her South African counterpart, Thandi Moraka, agreed on several agreements and also signed a memorandum of understanding on early warning mechanisms towards strengthening the frameworks of democracy and good governance of both nations. At a political consultation meeting hosted by Nigeria's Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Bianca Ojukwu emphasized the safety of Nigerians.
And the people of Nigeria are saddened by the continuous reports of killings and abduction of Nigerians resident in some cities in South Africa. We are worried about the increasing cases of extrajudicial killing of Nigerians in South Africa and delays in the granting of bail by local courts for murder suspects, which usually vanish afterward without trace.
The successful hosting of Nigeria-South Africa's 11th Binational Commission in 2024 in Cape Town reveals that the bilateral relations is evolving into a strategic alliance and with the aim of reinforcing democratic institutions of both nations.
Our two heads of states reaffirmed South Africa and Nigeria's commitment to deepening cooperation in the following fields: in the field of trade and investment, in the field of energy, in the field of mining and technology, and also in the field of defense and security, and many other more fields where we have agreed to continue to cooperate on.
This is the news desk at 6 on NTA News24. Here is a recap of our top stories. ASU calls for immediate suspension of a 2-week warning strike. It commenced on October 13th. National Assembly commended for review of Electoral Act 2022. FRSC confirms death of 35 people in Bida Lapai tanker crash.
This is NTA News24.
A federal high court in Abuja rejected a fresh application for bail filed by detained alleged terrorist negotiator Tukur Mohammed Mamu. Justice Mohammed Umar, in a ruling on the bail application on ill health made by Mamu, held that the detaining authority, the Department of State Services, should continue to keep him, but if need be, take him to another health facility to cater for his health needs. Justice Umar noted that going by the history of the case, the DSS has exhibited diligence in its handling of the case and has diligently prosecuted the case. He noted that in Mamu's case, the DSS has been diligent, so the court has no reason to grant the application for bail. The judge thereafter ordered that Mamu's lawyer choose a health facility of choice to which the defendant should be promptly taken. He also asked the DSS to allow the defendant access to members of his family. Mamu is accused of being nominated by the terrorists that attacked the Abuja-Kaduna train, in which many persons were killed and some taken hostage. Mamu was alleged to have collected ransoms on behalf of the Boko Haram terrorists from families of hostages, confirmed the amount and facilitated the delivery of same to the terrorists. And that's the news desk at 6. I am your carrier, Clinton. Thanks for watching.